Bloomberg Audio Studios. Podcasts, radio, news.
The Stock Movers Podcast, your roundup of companies making moves in the stock market, harnessing the power of Bloomberg data.
Well, let's take a look at some of the stocks on the move today in Europe. We're joined by Bloomberg's equities reporter, Joe Easton. Joe, let's start then with the autos in the wake of the 25% tariff announcement by Donald Trump. How are markets reacting?
Yes, autos really the focus point of markets today, really hit pretty hard. We're seeing drops of the likes of Stellantis down 5% today, Porsche down 5%, BMW, Mercedes also hit by similar amounts, and that is among the worst performers in terms of the sectors. Now, a lot of analyst commentary coming out on this, noting that a lot of these firms actually are exposed to around a quarter of their sales are sold in the US, and several of them actually produce cars in Mexico and also Canada as well. So Trump announcing these 25% tariffs on any auto sold in the US, that is really hitting the sector today. And I was taking a look on a longer basis. A lot of these stocks have actually dropped by around 50% over the past year. Stellantis actually down even more than that, down 60% on a one-year basis. So yeah, pretty rough day for auto stocks at the moment.
Yeah, Stellantis is down more than 5% in the first hour of European trading. Mercedes-Benz down 4.5%. Valeo also down close to 6% in the first hour of European trading. It's been pretty difficult then already. Let's talk about retail though here in the UK. And actually some good news for the retailer Next.
Yeah, so Next doing really well. That stock's up around 9% at the moment, hitting the highest level in around 6 months now. The company boosting its forecast again, saying it's made a strong start to the year, lifting its profit guidance, and analysts calling for increases to their estimates for earnings. But interestingly, we've got H&M dropping after they've reported more weakness today, and it's kind of a pretty interesting outlook if we think that Next doing well, but actually the lower end of the market, H&M, struggling. I'm trying to kind of figure out what that is. I guess if you're maybe going on holiday less or going out less, you buy fewer of those kind of throwaway fast fashion sales. But Next in the sort of mid-market range actually doing pretty well. So it's kind of an interesting one to look at.
And a word on UBS, a downgrade.
So UBS hit hard today. The stock down around 6% at the moment. Analysts at Bank of America cutting the stock to underperform. So this is where they are recommending people sell the stock. Now UBS is having to put aside a load more capital because of a requirement from the Swiss government after a couple of little scandals hit the company a couple of years ago, including the Archegos Capital hit and also the Credit Suisse fallout. So UBS potentially going to have to put aside $25 billion worth of capital, and for that reason Bank of America says you should not be buying that stock, you should be selling, and the stock is down 5% in Zurich this morning.
The Stock Movers Podcast from Bloomberg Radio. Check back with us throughout the day for the latest roundup of companies making news on Wall Street. And for the latest market-moving headlines, listen to Bloomberg Radio live. Catch us on YouTube, Bloomberg.com, and on Apple CarPlay and Android Auto with the Bloomberg Business app.